Hey my friends, this is Wolfgang with my healing circle and tools for ascension. And today we will be talking about breath of fire. Breath of fire is basically the bread and butter breath work of the Kundalini yogis, and I like it very much. It is a wonderful way to chi up very quickly, to charge yourself with prana, and it is wonderful for a variety of reasons in our practical life. Let's say if you want before you get into a street fight, it's wonderful to charge yourself up with chi, and you will be having much faster reflexes, and you will be able to absorb quite some strong blows. And after all, the Sikhs, the Sadajis, were martial arts people. They were persecuted by the Muslims, and they had to defend themselves. Of course, nowadays some idiot get them mixed up with Muslims, and just because they wear turbans, and the turbans are there, actually they are chi accumulators, they are protectant, and they have nothing to do with the Islamic faith, and I have nothing against the Islamic faith, but just to make a point here. I also do not recommend anybody to do street fighting only for self-defense, because if you destroy people's bodies, it's an excellent way to accumulate very bad karma very, very fast. So do not go looking for fights. But recently I got attacked by a Rottweiler, for instance. A Rottweiler charged me, and I didn't have any weapon on me, and I was about 300 yards away from my car, and I had to charge the Rottweiler, intimidate him, and cheat him, yelled at him, and he backed off, but he kept coming, and so I had to replenish myself, and I used the breath of fire till I made it to the car. Breath of fire is in a way a type of hyperventilation. It is wonderful for skin diving. When I was in my youth, I would to dive just straight through an Olympic pool. And one time I even dove 20 yards deep with hyperventilation. You can do this because you decrease the CO2 content in your blood. But it's a very dangerous thing, because once you pass out, that's it, and do not try this at home. Plus, if you go 20 yards deep, you have 2 atmospheres of pressure on your chest cavity, and so you get compressed quite a lot. So do not try that at home. But in general, a breath of fire will charge up your 2nd and 3rd chakra, and it will saturate your blood with oxygen and prana, and in combination with stretches and yoga, it is a wonderful tool. Because in stretching you bring blood into areas of the body that normally do not get flushed with blood, and then we see high oxygen content. It does a lot of healing. Also, when you charge up your force field with prana, any emotional or other impurities or blockages called samskaras will come to the surface. And so pretty much the same thing is called the connected breath by the rebirthing people, founded by Leonard Orr, or the holotropic breath people, founded by the Czech psychologist Stanislav Rowe, I guess. Please excuse me if it's wrong. And well, the rebirthers, their focus on the exhale, and the breath pattern is slightly slower, and the holotropic breath people focus on the inhale. Well, whatever it is, you charge your body up with a lot of energy, and it will purge those stuck emotions, and I can only recommend it. It's a wonderful technique. I use it for people that are so full of pain so that I cannot get them into a raised vibration through a guided meditation, or people that have control issues and cannot submit to a guided meditation. This kind of breath work is a wonderful thing. And but there is also some warnings. If you do breath of fire, it is said to stimulate the Kundalini, and for some people this is a scary thing. I'm not really worried about it, but let me just explain to you. The Kundalini is traditionally considered an energy at the base of the spine, and it will come up and raise up your spine and purify any blockages around the spine, and then finally connect with the heaven energy in your head. And if it will happen to you, you probably feel a tingling in the base of your spine, and maybe some energy surging up. And generally, before people start running Kundalini, their bodies will just go and adjust. And that is a sign that you're getting ready to run Kundalini. If you get those symptoms and you are afraid of the Kundalini, just stop breathing and everything is fine. If you are confident, just keep on breathing, and when the energy comes up the spine, just draw it up, just like you would draw up water up a straw. You just imagine drawing the energy up your spine, and on the exhale, maybe blow it out the top of your head. I've had a client whose Kundalini went off when he was a teenager, and he had no guidance, and it went off to the side around the area of the kidney, and he had a lot of health problems due to that, and I was able to straighten it out within one session. So if anybody has a broken Kundalini, I might be able to help. I'm not sure whether I can do it on Skype, but I could do it in person. If the Kundalini just goes off and you don't want it, I probably can handle that over Skype. But that is just, to just take the fear away, and generally this is all okay. And before you do any breath of fire, we definitely should invoke, your spirit guides and the divine angels to protect you from any accidents. And that will take care of that. Kundalini Yoga, breath of fire is a wonderful exercise before meditation. You will have a much better meditation, and you become very radiant. You will have a wonderful force field. And well, let's just start with it. And first of all, imagine you have a candle in front of you. Let's say this is a candle, and you also put one hand here on your solar plexus, and now you imagine that you have to blow out the candle, just and you will notice whenever you blow, your stomach will contract, and that's pretty much it. But now you keep your mouth closed, and you imagine that the candle is kind of here, and you try to blow it out. And that is breath of fire. And you squeeze your solar plexus as much as you can. And I could recommend you start with 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. And in case you're interested in the rebirthing breath or in the holotropic breath, basically you lay down. I personally liked it in a hot bathtub because it relaxes me more. And I started floating, and it's just a wonderful thing. And you either focus on the exhale, and you keep breathing for 15 minutes, half an hour, up to 1 hour, depending on your stamina. And what I found is that many people get tetany, which means your face starts cramping up because the, let's say, blocks in your force field, the tension that you're holding in your muscles become apparent, and your face will feel tense, and your mouth will pucker up. You will start looking like this. And also your hands will just cramp up like this. Again, it's called tetany, and it's not very pleasant feeling. And personally, I found the easiest way around it is when you just use waving kind of Tai Chi type motions and focus on releasing the energies, out your hand and maybe out your crown chakra, so they do not get blocked up. And maybe you can try some massage, but basically, the waving is a wonderful thing. Yeah, that's it, folks. Let's do a little breath of fire, and then maybe we do the rainbow bridge. The rainbow bridge is a wonderful tool for healing, to get your hands charged up with a lot of chi, and then you just put them in any part of the body that needs healing. And even people that are not sensitive to energies, like most males or gross materialists, can feel this. So let's start. So I asked for my spirit guides to please protect me from any accidents, and I focus on keeping my face relaxed and And so generally I keep going like this, and I personally do this when I drive my car. But again, if you're new to this, maybe don't do this. Do it on dry land first. I'm not responsible, if you space out and have a car accident or something like this. And let's do the rainbow bridge. Rainbow bridge is very simple. You spread your hands kind of slightly out, so when they're relaxed, they can hold and carry more energy. And then you stretch your arms up in a V-shaped form, about 90 degrees. And I feel how a charge is building in my hands. It's kind of tingling, and a very nice thing is to bring it over your heart. And absorb it. Or let's say if you have neck pain or anything is tense or out of balance, let's say you have bad knees or anything, you just put it there and absorb the energy. It's a very yummy feeling. Or you charge up a rose quartz crystal, put it in front of your heart. Very wonderful, very wonderful. So whenever you need a pick-me-up, you feel tired, or before you go into meditation, or before you run, or before you have to take a test, or before you have sex, anytime you want to be high energy, mental clarity, you want to be cheered up, you want to be grounded, you do Breath of Fire. Thank you very much for watching. It is my pleasure to share my experiences that I've learned in many years in living in ashrams, hanging out with light workers around the world. And see you next time, and follow my videos, and let me know how you think and feel about my work. Namaste.